Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
First carry for Nick Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. He finds his target, Ebron. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
An option handoff given to Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
230.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second and a couple, Stafford. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger going with the option, right side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the 50, Stafford. Going deep here for Landry. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the Jets sweep. This is Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before the break, Stafford. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Stafford's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. That catch good for only a couple. Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Malik Jackson coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Bulldozes past him. Oh, some strong running.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Right side, Claypool's got it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Snell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Browns 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I do know that Joe Hayden was used to winning a lot of games at the University of Florida. And when it comes time for a big play in a big situation, he wants to be that guy, and he just pulled it off.
Yeah, he pulled it off, indeed. A huge interception to help put this game on ice.
Push him back. Push him back.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Here we go. Black 80.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.